So as I was sitting here just going through all of this clearing and cleansing, observing the waves that are coming through, there was a lot of interference I started gathering from the collective, and it felt a little bit like kind of like a fight, because of course there's a dismantling of the old grids as they are crumbling and they are kicking and screaming, trying to attach or find new ways of control, particularly AI. And AI is very aware because it's everywhere. It's in our phones, it's in our electronic devices, it's in a fabric of old systems of control, monetary and bank systems, all of that. AI is everywhere, as the old earth. But as you know, if you've been, and if you're in this and resonating with this message right now, it's because you know there's also this new earth at a frequency energetic level happening. So we have this kind of this separation, or this discontinuation. It's like an old system. You can view it as an operative system of your computer just being obsolete now, and there needs to be a new one. And as the new one comes in, it needs to look and access the old one and see what it is going to be useful for the new one, what can be salvaged, what can be reprogrammed, and what it cannot, then it needs to be deleted, eradicated completely. And so imagine this new system coming in, and reprogramming through the solar logos, through the energy that is coming in, through all this light that is coming in through the planet from within inner earth and from all access points of light in the universe. So there's this new program to upgrade earth, and so there's the old earth or the old program kind of shrinking now, and with it it's all of those systems of control. So of course there's going to be a resistance, because we have in ourselves, we have both systems. We've grew up in one, we have attachments in that old systems of belief and all systems of control. So our body will naturally resist, our mind, our emotional stories, our old agreements, all of that will be in a state of confusion. We're no longer active. What's going on? We need to disconnect, because there's this new program coming in which is upgrading. So imagine that happening not only at a subatomic level, at an energetic level, cellular level, physical level, and then from there at collective level. So everything, as above so below, right? As within so without. So as I was just really receiving the photonic light, because I receive a lot of my upgrades through my iris, sun gazing, and at night as well, so both ways, I was urged to really just do a Facebook live, because I need to put this message across. And the key aspect of this message is no more fighting, no more resisting, not even putting or placing our attention in the old. Because what happens is if we start focusing too much on this has to go, I'm tired of this, or this person, or come on everybody awaken, or when are we going to see disclosure, or when are we going to be saved somehow, or we are placing attention so much on the old, that we cease to energize, magnetize, and focus and bring in and become channels of light. And light is information, new technologies, new paradigms, new light codes, in whichever way that is manifesting in your life. So basically, even if we start coming in as light workers, because we all hold in our bodies all aspects of ourselves, light and not so light. But if we as light workers, we start going, darkness be gone now, or we have to fight darkness, or we are still energizing that, you see. So the focus is in the new. Let the old be gone, because the old is gone. It is gone. It's over. It's like trying to access old files in your computer just to see them one more time so you're sure they're gone. But why would you bring them back? Why would you? They're gone. So let the new in. Focus on the new earth. Anchor yourself. When you're grounding, don't ground on the old earth. Ground on the new earth. And that's your intention. Maybe you're not so clear of what old or new, what does that mean? But just with your intention of simply, I anchor the light now in the new earth. I anchor the light now in my being now in this new form. I allow the lights to come into myself. I allow the light to come into myself. I create more space for more light. I allow this to just happen in the best way right now, and I anchor this light into this new earth. And you really sit in that knowing, that unmovable law of one, of light, because light has won already. If we think in terms of battling or in terms of duality or polarity. But if we go a notch up and we cease to think of a polarized way of living, we really release our attachment to whatever the old is or whatever the dark is doing, or how come the humanity is not awake. And if we release that concept, that doesn't mean we're denying it. We still be able to see it, observe it, with neutrality and understanding that I choose not to place my attention into it anymore and do not energize it or even make it part of my reality. So that's the best way to play this game, or to cease to play the game of control. We start removing ourselves one by one from it. We choose to no longer play it any longer, because even while we're there fighting with the bad guys, however we perceive reality, we're still in the game of duality. When we cease and we choose to stop playing that game, we remove ourselves from that reality. So then that reality, it will crumble eventually, but it's no longer your concern, because the moment you retrieve yourself from that reality, you choose where to place yourself, whether you're going to stay here in the 0 point for a little bit and align with who you are and your truth and just let your own inner guidance to take you. Fantastic. But if you know where you're going, then you place yourself into that new reality. And the new reality of your liking, where there is a new earth which is abundant for all, where there is self-governance, where there is unity and joy, where there is new technologies, where there is open source information, transparency, you know, where all of this is, then you place yourself there. And you choose every day to place yourself there. It doesn't mean I'm denying this, I'm just no longer actively putting my attention and my life and my thoughts in it. I'm removing myself from it. I do not need that old system. It's gone. I already deactivated it. So I am now choosing to access the new upgrades. It's like downloading a new operative system into the computer and then actually installing it. Not leaving it there to when I think I'm ready and maybe I'm still using this old operative system because it's comfortable, because it's known, because I'm so used to the fight or flight that I actually feel that my purpose is to fight the dark. But then I'm still working on that. So we've already downloaded the new program. It's there for us to upload, activate, install it into your operative organic system. Really. But it takes courage to do that, because it means no more excuses. It means no more victim mentality. It means ceasing to fight everything and everyone. And then you start allowing everyone to be in whichever way they are being, because they're all also having to deal with their own upgrades and to release what doesn't serve them, and they still need to install their new way of living or their new reality or their new operative system. And so this is the time now, really. And I know a lot of us have been going through this since birth, some of us since lifetimes, and some of us recently. It does not matter where you're at in your journey, but if you really feel a call that is enough, honor that call. and really enter this new reality. The focus is in the new reality. The focus is in anchoring your light here and now, because the light is coming in with full force, and either we take the stream and swim with it and allow it to take us to the next level, or we stay behind resisting and kicking and screaming, yeah, and thinking that something else is going to come and save us. But it is an individual choice. It is an individual choice, because you can't carry the entire planet. I know sometimes we feel like we need to do that because it feels like it's faster, because we run out of patience, and we all understand that it's all about coherence. So the more people join the new reality gets more strength and more energy, more magnetism, more momentum, and it starts manifesting quicker. We all know that because that's a law of the universe. But also we need to understand that we need to be really patient, that everybody has to do this on their own. It cannot be forced, it cannot be fought. Otherwise we're fighting a war that is never ending. We're fighting a war with fighting. So that is an old paradigm. No more resistance and fight. Focus on your light path. Focus on being kind to yourself. Focus on no judgment, truly, seriously. Even when you say, oh, those people that are sleeping, oh, I'm tired of people taking the whatever injection, that's so bad. It's your judgment. Let everybody have their own journey. Detach from the wanting and needing to judge everything. That's a big one. Assuming that you know best, or assuming that someone doesn't know as well. No assumptions. Being impeccable with your word, it is part of the Toltec knowledge of Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's 4 agreements, really. Being impeccable with your words. Can we be kind as most as we can with our words? Speak from the heart. Can we not make assumptions of anybody else's journey? Can we not assume? We need to ask. Can I not take anything personal? Nothing is personal. I just observe. It's what it is. Everybody's going through their own things. Yeah, so, and then doing my best. And doing my best means doing my best with my circumstances. I'm recovering for a kind of a chesty cough as I integrate all these new energies. And doing my best is staying home and honoring that, and still showing up for myself and connecting to the energies within, and giving this message to all who are willing to receive and take it. So I encourage you to become the master of your own life, to lead with the way, to really truly walk your talk. Action in connection. Action in a steady flow in your truth, wherever you're at. And in saying this, if your role right now is to fight the dark, and to speak up, and to disclose, and to get in there and bring forth all of that needs to be seen, then that's your path, and that's your truth. And I honor that, because also that's your own agreement, that's your own soul purpose. As long as you understand the bigger picture, and that is, everything is already perfect and it's happening as it should be. So even though it seems that everything is too much at times, that too muchness, that intensity needs to happen, so more choices are made towards a new frequency, a new paradigm, a new way of living. Yeah, wherever you are in your path, I honor you, I salute you, and I love you. E kura e kiresti a maharea erea a sare maheate a wakea istiawa a maheati kirana a ea rakiatesti maha eana eama e a wahease a farara e koa te kiana ra a maharea stika wa ra e koa e atikiana mahasa ma eana e maheana e koa sti. Thank you for listening.